I'm not going to do this with my head. Hey guys, it's 25 and invested, almost 27 invested, by the way. My birthday's coming up. I'm not going to do this in my head. This is up is not the same as going down. I don't think people stress this enough. I had to get this off my chest because I had to put this out there. And I was explaining to people who I work with about this idea that up is not the same as down. We're having a fall in the market. This is not a fear-mongering video. This is just the math. And the math says that if you go down from $100 to 90, that's a 10% drop. But 90 to 100 is 11%. If you annualized a rate of return of about 7%, the average, I guess it's about 9, but we went 7 to be conservative because the average investor is not a hedge fund. You know, we don't exactly make the best choices. So I average at 7%. That's a year and a half that it takes for you to make that money back from $90 to $100. This is proportional. If you have 100,000 and it goes to 90,000, is the exact same. It's going to take about a year and a half, provided that everything goes right, provided that the market is still going up for that year and a half on the average basis. You know, the next case scenario, we're not going to do the bottom yet, the big scary 50%, but we are going to go to 30% because that is an average drop. 30% is 43%. 30% down is 43% up. It takes 5.5 years to make that back. 5.3 actually, and all this is a little help that I got from an interest calculator. It's free. It was on the store. I just sort of picked it up and started, you know, throwing numbers around to see what would happen. If you went from $100 to 70, that's 30% drop, but 70 to 100 is a 43% rise. 5 years to make that back. That's a lot. But, you know, it gets worse because if you experienced a 50% drop, 50 to 100 is a 100% rise. It'll take you 10.5 years on an average basis of 7%. You know, maybe that's low. Maybe you don't agree with the 7%, but that's the number I chose to provide a point today. You can plug your percentage gains into an interest calculator to see how much it would take for it to come back. Some people in this market are experiencing 80 to 90% losses. An 80% loss will take you so long to bring back. As a matter of fact, we'll just do that right now. So if you went from 100 to 80, 100 minus 80 is 20. So $20 times 0.7% per year. So I'm not going to do this in my head. That's a hell of a bit of math, isn't it? So if you took $20, how long would it take? And that is 5 times your money. So we're looking at a big number. Yeah, the interest calculator that I'm using is literally called Interest Calculator. It's on the Android store. It's got a green background with a big yellow equal dot in the middle. And if we had $20 and we extended this for, we're going to say 100 years at an average return of 7% per year. In order for us to make that $100 back, it'll take, on year 24, okay, year 24, we will have $101.45 at 7% per year. 24 years. If you're invested in those companies that, you know, maybe you have a lot of hope or conviction, you know, I don't know what drives you, but if you're holding something that is down 80% and, you know, let's say Peloton down 80%, I don't know if it is, I'm just sort of spitballing here, not real numbers. If you're down 80% in a company like Peloton and you are, you know, you're holding on, you're saying, oh, maybe, you know, maybe they'll average rate of 20% over the next few years, you know, 20% return over the next few years. it will still take you 9 years at 20% in order for you to make your money back. That is lower than, and that's a 20% for 9 years straight. That's a lot. Does that seem reasonable? You know, ask yourselves these questions when you're picking these, especially now that we're in a bear market, now that we're having interest rates on the rise. We got to start asking ourselves different questions and what is reasonable and what is feasible. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna release a short later today as well. Just you know, I made a few buys, especially for XCQT, my general ETF. I'm over 400 shares in that. Things are looking up for old invested here, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.